All right, let's dive in. We're setting the scene in Madrid, September 1972. Now, you gotta understand, this is a time when Spain is just balanced on a knife's edge. The old Franco regime is starting to show its age, and a completely new world is bubbling right under the surface.
And this line? It says it all, doesn't it? What seems like a simple, everyday walk for some kid is actually a move on a giant chessboard. And the players in this game? Well, they're playing for the future of Spain and America's place in it. So, our story kicks off with this walk between two totally different worlds. And this isn't just any stroll through the neighborhood. No, this is a journey that's going to show us a community that is completely split in two. Our guide for this journey is a young teenager named Lolo. So, picture this. Lolo starts his walk in this brand new, super exclusive neighborhood, La Moraleja. It's filled with these huge, silent mansions, a lot of empty land, and hey, even the old house of the movie star Ava Gardner. It's a place that screams wealth, but it's strange, you know? It feels almost ghostly quiet.
And then bam, he crosses this invisible line in the sand, and everything, and I mean everything, changes. He's suddenly in Royal Oaks, or ROAKS as everyone calls it. This place is literally a little slice of America dropped into the Spanish countryside. The silence is gone, replaced by the sounds of kids playing, people speaking English, and rock music blasting from the houses. The difference is just night and day.
But here's the thing. Even a simple walk like this isn't so simple. He gets stopped by the Guardia Civil, the national police. And what the officer says? Wow. Ah, the computer engineer's son from the church's chalets. That one line tells you everything you need to know about Franco Spain. Everybody is being watched. Everyone has a file. And Lolo's family? They're already on the radar.
And this is the first real moment of contact across that invisible divide. Lolo runs into Ronald, this athletic American kid who's out for a jog. And Ronald's just kind of amused, you know? He sees this rich Spanish kid just wandering through his turf. It's this light, friendly clash of cultures, but it's the spark that starts to connect these two very different worlds.
Okay, so this whole meeting between the two boys, it's just the tip of the iceberg. To really get what's going on, we gotta pull back and look at the world of their parents. And we'll start with the old guard, the people who represent the Spain that is slowly but surely dying.
So first up, we meet this guy, Luis Gándara. Think traditional, very powerful banker. He's meeting in some fancy, exclusive club in Madrid with other big shots from the Franco regime. And what are they talking about? The future. See, Franco is getting old, and they are absolutely terrified of what happens when he's gone. These guys represent the past, and they're clinging to it for dear life. All right, so that's one side of the coin. Now let's flip it over and look at the other Spain, the Spain that is being born. And this revolution is starting, of all places, in a basement.
Right, so while those guys are sipping drinks in their fancy clubs, we go down into a basement. It's hot, it's noisy, and it's filled with these massive, humming computer mainframes. And who's there? Lolo's father, Manuel Tenorio. He's a physicist, a programmer, and he's basically trying to single-handedly drag the Spanish banking system into the computer age. And right there, you have it. The two Spains of 1972, all wrapped up in these two fathers. On one side, you have Luis Gándara. He's all about tradition, aristocracy, the Franco regime, stability at all costs. And on the other side, Manuel Tenorio. He's technology, modern finance. He is change. These two men, living so close to each other, are living in completely different centuries.
Now, the engine driving a lot of this change is a pioneering new bank called Bankinter. It's actually backed by Bank of America, and its whole mission is to revolutionize Spanish finance. We're talking about moving from old, dusty ledgers written by hand to powerful computer mainframes. And this isn't just about banking. It's a symbol for the whole country's leap into the modern age. But wait, there's a third piece to this puzzle, a really big one, and it looms over everything: the massive, secretive Torrejon Air Base. Basically, an American fortress built right on Spanish soil. So the big question is, what is really going on behind the gates of this huge American base? Well, on the surface, you've got Colonel Dell, the guy in charge, and he's just dealing with, everyday headaches. Cholera outbreaks, kids spray painting Stop the War on the walls, problems with getting supplies. Looks like just the normal, boring job of running a small American city overseas.
But here's the twist. The real action, the real surveillance, it's all happening quietly in the background. And get this, it's not the colonel who's doing it, it's his wife, Margot Dell. Turns out she's a veteran CIA agent, and while her husband is worried about graffiti, she's covertly keeping an eye on Spain's super volatile political situation for the folks back in Washington. The real game here is Cold War espionage.
Okay, so you've got all these huge forces at play, the dying regime, the tech revolution, the American spies, and where do they all collide? Right back with our guy, the unsuspecting teenager at the center of it all, Lolo. So imagine this. The phone rings in the Tenorio's new house, a sound that's still pretty unfamiliar to them. Lola picks it up. And who's on the other end of the line? It's Ronald, the American kid from the neighborhood. And he's got a question. He just says, "Hey, there's a big end-of-summer party at the Royal Oaks pool today. You should come." Now, that sounds like a simple invitation to a party, right? But it is so much more. It's an invitation to step over a line, to cross a cultural and political frontier that separates his world completely from theirs. And this is where we leave him. He's standing at a crossroads. He's just been invited into this other world, a world of rock and roll and blue jeans, but also, let's not forget, a world of Cold War secrets. So the question is, will he accept? Will he step across that line? And what's going to happen when these two worlds finally, inevitably, collide?